you on drugs when you painted that? I had 3 coffees. But I like that. It sort of shows that obviously for people, they thought, where did that come from? You know, you must have a weird imagination. I think the one thing I knew from being a kid is that I did. I always thought everyone was like that, but they're not necessarily. I don't mean it's better to be like this, but yeah, it can be your enemy sometimes. But I think I just had a vivid imagination as a kid. Thank God.
As you create a world as well, you create this sort of alternate world, and that just sort of, you know, once the scene is set, characters and landscape and back, it's weird, isn't it? I need to be like awake and not fucked, or like, I don't know. I do better stuff if I'm wide awake and feeling healthy. I'm like a sportsman.
Yeah. I used to take loads and loads of acid and don't sleep for 2 months. No. Yeah, more of a daytime thing, but at night time I think because you can't turn your head off. It carries on. It does all of the processing bit, and then the daytime is the application. That's what I do anyway. I think that's pretty much what you do, it seems.
Yeah, I think maybe I try and make it like a normal job. Like I try and have a 9 to 5 kind of existence. A bit of structure. Need a bit of structure, I think. Otherwise I stop getting dressed.
You do start feeling mad.
Stop washing. Stop wandering around the streets in my dressing gown. Drinking milk.
Yeah, trying to fit with everyone else. I've just got used to the way that I work. My head works and stuff, because we've all got stuff going on, but that's what the problem. I can be like, I used to draw into the night, till 4 in the morning, but that meant I'd get up at 11 or start to feel like you're in a different universe from everybody else. I used to just do a job, do a bit, it didn't matter when I did it, but I have to answer emails, I have to talk to people, I have to do this, and you can't get up midday and do this sort of stuff. So you're trying to be professional, but there's times when it just switches, I work late at night and stuff like that. It's not always the same, but painting definitely daytime.
Although when you've got a painting at home, you can just, I haven't done it so much, but recently I had some paintings at home, because they're there, you do sort of wind up doing them at weird times, don't you? Yeah. Keep on going back to it, sort of adding a bit, or keep on walking past it and sort of looking at it.
Go like this. Collaboration thing is from doing your solo things. Yeah, they fit together, they work because we've got similar styles. It is like a conversation, like a visual conversation. It's
always something you'd never expect.
And then there's all like, oh, he did that, right? Okay, I'm going to take that, put that here, and that's going to be this, and you start building a thing around, coincidence. Before we did that thing in Osaka, I'd never done painting in front of people. And not with other people, like you.
Yeah, no.
And I think that's it, because we didn't, they just got on with it, we watched how it all worked. It's kind of, rather than focus on your bit of the picture, it kind of evolved and things got painted over and new things emerged, didn't they? But I was a bit scared then, just did a little bit. I think through doing that next time, we sort of worked out how we would do it.
We got invited out to Osaka. It was when we just started, and we were in this massive concert venue on a big wall at the back of the room. The real eye-opener that was, to how to paint big and collaborate and stuff.
It is spontaneous because you're practicing there on the wall, but you know that you're going to be able to pull it together. You just have to quietly be confident that you know you can do it and have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, you just, every time you do it, you learn, especially when you're painting with other people, because everybody's got a different way of doing it. You know, it's when you've got to do something quick, or you've only got a certain amount of paint, or you're with other people, all those constraints just, I don't know, it always makes something interesting.
But you'd been doing something, and then somebody had painted over it, or half of it, and you're like, oh, thanks. But actually, it's more the idea of just carry on painting and see what happens, rather than painting a picture, you know, that you have in your head. Through all of that practice, whatever, you're constantly looking for new mistakes or new things that keep you interested in developing what you're doing, I guess. Yeah. Sorry, I just went.
It's hard to see how it.
Yeah, it's really strange, but it has changed quite a bit. When I look back at old stuff that I've done or we've done, it's completely different to how we did it before. So that's reassuring. Less graphic,
abstract,
and a bit more abstract, and a bit. Seems like there's more layers on it.
It's not as definite, is it?
No.
It's got more depth.
So it's not. Yeah, it's kind of a bit more. I think a bit richer.
1 in 10 sort of things is a good one, you know, and the rest of them are just like kind of more of this, you know, standard. And every now and then, you know, you have a little breakthrough and do something interesting and different. But you can always paint over them. You got to rescue it as well. Sometimes when they go wrong, you rescue them, and that's when you do something new and interesting as well. It seems weird.
I do just paint over them nowadays.
Yeah.
I used to fight with them until, and then just be like it was a cursed canvas or something, like some cursed image. Like, no, I just paint over it, start again. It's the best way. In my head.
Yeah. I had some in my room for ages, and I just painted over them. I just did some new. I can't remember what was underneath now. They weren't very good, so there's no big loss. Recently, you just kind of taken it, had a step forward, haven't you?
Yeah, I tried. But yeah, it's almost like, cause I get bored of my own stuff, and when I remember being stuck at least a year ago, just like, what am I doing? I don't, you know, this isn't. My imagination wouldn't work. So then I had a breakthrough, sort of thing. And I don't know.
Yeah, because some stuff is. Sometimes you're just inspired by like technical technique, and sometimes you just get an idea about an image that you really want to do, or so it's a bit of both. And then sometimes I get given like jobs to do, like illustration jobs, and it's kind of somebody else's idea that sparks off. Sometimes I get ideas from doing commercial work. Sometimes I go and work at an animation company, but I just sort of do my own stuff there. But a lot of the time I'm just doing illustration work, and then every now and then I do a commercial, like an animated commercial. Then it's different for you, isn't it? You're more like a proper artist.
No, I'm not. This year I've sort of decided that that's what I'm trying to do. Or when I haven't got work, I should be making work, and if I can't find work, you know, making stuff. So I think I've practiced a lot more this year from desperation of starvation and
it's really
being
good.
homeless.
It's a really, I mean, I think that's the way to go.
I'm trying to do it, but you know, it's not that. Yeah.
I'd like to make an animated film, like my own film. So I always just do commercials. So it's just coming out with a story.
Great, man.
I'd love to do that. Yeah.
You made comics before, haven't you, stuff like that?
Yeah, like little bits, but you got to come up with a nice story, and you know, so that would be really cool.
I can imagine that happening.
That's just a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, but that's what I mean. You've got to save that for when you're older and kind of, I don't know, be thinking about it until you get that idea, I reckon, and then it'll happen, won't it?
It would be wicked.
You gotta be on point, that's the motto. If you're not on point, then you're broke. And you don't wanna be broke, you wanna be on point.
On point, you know what I'm saying?
On point. On point.